Well, hey guys, welcome to boot camp, BoldTrail Bootcamp. We are in our next session today. We are talking all about websites. As a real estate agent, you have yourself out there in the public and wanting to generate leads and make new connections. Well, if you meet somebody at an open house and they don't really know you and they want to edify you, what's the first thing they might do? Well, they're going to take your business card and they're going to type it into Google and they're going to research you. And one of the most likeliest things that's going to pop up is some websites that feature your name. So that's why it's important to make sure that the way you look online is an extension of your professionalism, your areas of service, things that you focus on, and the clients that you've helped. So let's dive into a couple of things you want to highlight with BoldTrail so that your website and all of its entities can be shining. Great. Today we're going to talk about your website, how to edit and adding some testimonials, widgets, and some lead generation for landing pages. Let's go ahead and dive in right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to talk about websites. Thanks for my new website. When will I be #1 on Google? I get this question so many times when agents are diving into their websites. Google is managed basically by how many activity is sent to that website. So the more promotion you put out there, the more people that go to it, the more you spend time on it, the more Google realizes it's a website worth sharing and populating and moving up the. So that is why it's so important that you have your website displayed and showcased and all of the good things so that you continue to edit and push up higher. So first, what is your website? What it is when you go into BoldTrail, your website name is found under your photo. You can see the little website icon and it's your name.legacyrea.com. I say go check it out. See it live. Push the buttons. Check out the navigation. Search the properties. See about the social media pieces. This is your website, right? So once you find out what it is, go look at it and see what some of the things you might want to tweak are. All right. Now let's dive into how you can edit your website. The back office of your website lives in the navigation tab Web and IDX. Web obviously is short for website, but IDX is a technical term for the MLS. That's because all of our properties feed through a system called IDX. It's a transfer system. So your website features properties, so therefore it's Web and IDX. So to access your website, click on Web and IDX. And there's some sub-navigations across the top. Your first one you're going to land on is website settings. And there's a lot of website settings all down the main drag here. You can edit the way you have on your back cover image. You can add a logo. You can change the titling, the SEO on the meta tags. There's a lot of really interesting things you can do on the website settings page. And ultimately, I just encourage people to just scroll down. Go from top all the way to the bottom and just read through it. It's not overly exciting. Most of it's just kind of words, but it kind of says, okay, this is what I could do. These are some of the options. Maybe you want to highlight some sold listings. Well, that's going to be in the listing carousel section. Maybe you want to highlight some additional features or promote a banner. Well, that would be in the search general section here where you would upload a personal banner. The next sub-tab is the manager section. And in the manager section, this is areas where you have additional sub-pages. This website content is a great place to live. So we wanted to talk about testimonials. That's where we're going to dive into again. So Web and IDX, manager, and testimonials. In the testimonial section, you got two options for adding testimonials. One is you can connect to your Zillow reviews. We're going to talk a little bit about Zillow. Why is Zillow so important? It is important because it is such a popular website that consumers go to. So regardless of whether you like Zillow or you don't like Zillow, it is a valuable source for you to have a presence on. To add reviews, if you've already got them there, you can click on the Connect Zillow Reviews to Testimonials and add either your email address, the same one you use for Zillow, or your screen name. To find that, you're going to want to go to Zillow and you're going to want to go to your profile on Zillow. Now we're going to talk about it if you don't have one, but it would just be the extension at the end. That's your screen name. You'd put that screen name into your BoldTrail account and it would automatically populate all of your reviews onto your legacy website. If you don't know what your profile looks like, or if you even have one, write a note to go to Zillow and click on the Find an Agent section. Click on the Name tab, type your name, and hit Find Agent. When you populates you can see how many reviews you've got, or if you need to promote that. I recommend you guys get at least 3 to 5 on there. And then, of course, add a biography, add your specialties, areas that you focus on, and then, of course, make sure that contact information is correct. This is a free profile. It's called Premier Agent, and you can access it through the Become a Premier Agent Partner section. You can click the Sign In button, even if you don't have an account, and then click Create New Account. So if you don't see you when you search for Find an Agent section, create a free Premier account and just start adding and connecting your stuff. Additionally, in the testimonial section, so when you do that, all that piece, that all connects over. Hey, if you guys need help with any of that Zillow connectivity, I can help you with that. Hi, I can help you with that. All right, back to BoldTrail and back to your testimonials. Sometimes you guys get rave reviews in your emails or a note card, or maybe it's on LinkedIn or Facebook or social media somewhere. You can take that review and you can just simply click Add Testimonial. And you type them in, name and testimonial, click the Add button, and it will populate onto your website. There are 2 trigger points, though, that you want to make sure that you highlight. One is that your toggle is on. This toggle here will show the testimonial on your website. If it's toggled off, it will not show. The reason we give you this access is because on your testimonial page, which I'll show you here in a moment, it asks for others to go to your site and they can review you. Well, what if somebody goes there and you've never met them and they just start blasting your page with stuff that's not even true? Well, instead of having it show up instantly, this allows you to go in and mark whether you want it on or not. So always be sure to check out that website testimonial section and see if those are on. The second piece you need to manually edit is the star ranking. There is not necessarily a ranking section when somebody leaves you a review. So click the 5 stars, because I know that's what everybody's ranking for you, and then it'll be saved in the system. Also, go live. Check it out. Your ultimate goal is to see what the consumer sees and make sure that it's a winning experience. So on your website, you go to the About section and click on Testimonials. You just need 1. You have at least 1, that page will show up. If you don't have any, then it won't show up. And if you just have Zillow, it won't show up. You need to have at least 1 added testimonial onto the site, and then that page will be available. And this is what you want, guys. This is what I was talking about, where clients can leave you a testimonial. So if they come to your website and they leave you a great testimonial, but it doesn't show up instantly, that means you got to toggle it on. All right. This is the effect you want, guys. You want a scroll method. You want it to be like, wow, like look at all of these great positive reviews that they have. That's what you're looking for your agent website. You want it very abundant. The other platforms like Zillow and Yelp and Google, those sites, yes, it's great to have a lot of them, but for your main website, you want all of them, right? And that's going to increase the SEO to it because your name will be all over the place. All right, back into editing your website, as we've talked about testimonials. A little bit more managing around your website, and that would be in the manager section. There's areas served. Areas served means that you can encompass it to all the areas, which I highly recommend. Why limit yourself? But you can identify certain geographic territories in the area served. Pages. Now this will link to our section on landing pages, and I'm going to toggle back to this, but just so you know, I'm just going through the top navigation here. So in the pages section, these are templates for web pages on your website. You would build them, you would enhance them, or you can work with the marketing department to enhance them as well. If you have specific content or a special deliverable you want to share or promote, you can do that. In this section, and there was a spoiler alert I put in the emails that said landing pages. There are landing pages templates in here, and you can see the classic landing and lead capture. So there are templates in the pages section for landing lead capture. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but first I want to talk about embeds and widgets. This embeds tab is a really great resource to generate lead QR code for lead generations. The embeds allows you to download a QR code for any listing in the MLS that you can pull here. It'll provide the QR code for that listing. So it may not even be your listing. It could be just something that popped up in your geographic farm. And now you want to promote it saying, hey, this listing hit the market and I want to make you aware of it. You're not the listing agent, but once they scan it, it'll go to your website. It will attribute the listing agent, right on that first thing. Even if it's not our company or brokerage, you can still highlight like, hey, this is activity that's happening in the marketplace. 3-bed, 2-bath in Fremont. And this is the price it's going for. You are the conduit of information, letting them know what's happening. You can also do other widgets here for property search, a website, just directing them straight to your homepage, or even the seller valuation. These are fabulous tools to incorporate into your marketing because it drives the traffic back to you. So any printed flyer, any open house materials, any door knocker that you do, any event that you do, you could even put it on the back of your business card so that every time they scan it, what's your home worth or the valuation of your home, it would scan right to the lead generation on your website. So that's all it's helping you get those lead generations moving forward. All right, now let's talk about those widgets. This is for fun widgets. Widgets are boxes that allow you to increase lead generation. I'm going to see if I can do one thing. There we go. Thanks. This allows for everybody to come onto your website and see if there is something that attracts them. So on the next is an example of those widgets. By adding a widget to your website, maybe it's open houses or featured homes. We go back a page. There's lots of them. There's luxury, there's home value, there's meet the team. And all you have to do is click the add button and the widget pops up on your website. Really valuable resource. Widgets are pretty cool because it adds another dimension of connectivity or see, connecting them with value on your website. So really cool stuff. And it's a quick add-on. All right. Now a bigger topic to talk about is leads. And leads. BoldTrail is so powerful for leads. I just love that picture. Leads everywhere. Let's get you some leads. So there's so many leads within the system, but today we're going to focus on landing pages. All right, I'm going to stop my share because I really want you guys to hear me on this one. Landing pages are stealth marketing. People may not want to work with a complete stranger. They may want to work with somebody who they don't even know. Maybe they just want knowledge, and a landing page can provide that. A landing page is stealth marketing. No, not really agent branded. There's nothing that really highlights you. All you're doing is providing the resource. And when you deliver the value, then you build credibility, and then they start working with you. So it's an incredibly powerful tool. Landing pages is an extension of your website, but it looks completely different. And the message you give out is completely different. Like niche marketing. Maybe it's specific properties. Maybe it's the 7 Ds. We're going to talk about that. So landing pages is a completely different concept for lead generation, but let's dive in to give you a deeper understanding of what that looks like. All right, screen share. Here we go. First, to access landing pages, it's in the lead engine section. And that should say landing pages up here. But landing page, we're going to see the landing page section. Simple, customizable landing page for any campaign. You would select your website from this drop-down menu and click Start Building. You can also revisit past landing pages you've already done. This is it. This is the page. And in this section, you get to now identify what are you trying to solicit. If it's niche marketing, here's some examples. This is a great screenshot one if you want to take pictures. This is recorded too, by the way. But this is a great opportunity. Do you want to promote luxury homes, new construction builders, vacation rentals, eco-friendly, historic homes, commercial or industry? Maybe it's geographic, neighborhood, hyper-local, equestrian, ranch properties, golf courses. Maybe it's demographic, seniors, first-time home buyers, military, veterans, international buyers, probate selling, trust estates, investment and finance niches, REO, foreclosure, short sales, fix it up, investor, rent to own, owner financing. So all of these are niche ideas. So if there's a specific area, that's geographic, right? If it's certain areas by demographic, maybe it's a, 55 plus community and it's listed that way. You take that focus and you market this one page around that benefit. So it says your luxury Fremont real estate deals, free weekly list of hot buys in and around Fremont. So obviously you change your town to the city you're in or the specific area you're looking at. These landing page pieces can be removed with a double click, or you can edit them by changing them. You don't need to, but you can really focus on what it is you want to promote. So if it's hot list of buying and selling, or I'm sorry, a hot list of new listing properties, that's just a listing alert. And they would put in their information in here. They would put in their email address, cell phone number is optional, and they click see list now. When you're building the page, everything's up at the top. This is how it would look to the consumer. So as you're entering, say, a search result of some sort, you have the ability to enter the URL that they will land on once they build this. So I think it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about squeeze pages where you can create a specific MLS search for a demographic or a search geographic for where they're looking. Ruby Hills. You could take that search link and put it right here on this landing page. It is constantly updated all the time. That link will always give fresh property data. You can import an image of a Ruby Hills home and then hit save. And then when you go to promote this QR code, this link of this landing page, now when you're out there marketing these homes, hey, I'm a Ruby Hills specialist, I'm a Fremont specialist, it now promotes, hey, they scan it, they go to it, they see content, and they're on your website, and it's a lead generated. And the drip campaigns start, the auto communication starts, so that you can continue to show value and deliver excellence in real estate. There's different options of landing pages too, where you can add video, you can add a YouTube link if you wanted to as well, change out the art, change out the lead gen. You don't have to do any of that, honestly. This is just another level of creativity that you can do in your marketing that is very stealth. Notice it's not big branded. That's what I'm talking about. You don't have your face, your name plastered all over it. It's a delivering of value without your name attributed to it necessarily. Okay, because the value comes after they're like, yes, I'm interested. You give them the value and then it's on your website and all your contact information is there. So really cool stuff. Also want to show you a couple other ways you can use landing pages, and that's through life events, right? So if you use these types of life events, diamonds, obviously weddings, they're getting married, diapers, if they have new babies, right? Hey, you need a bigger home. Are you upsizing? Diplomas. Oh, are you downsizing? You've got people going to college, moving out. Divorce. Are we changing houses, changing locations? Have your needs been changed? These are life events. So you could create a landing page off of a life event in a sensitive way and then promote that. I always like to caution on the death piece, right? Because you want to use sensitivity in those elements. Like if you're watching people grieving, obviously you don't want to be like, hey, I know your spouse just died. Yeah, probably wouldn't want to do that. So, but then of course, these are just different ways that you can promote on a landing page to drive traffic to your website to give them more value. And then as I mentioned, so that's in the lead generation section of landing pages, but you can also do one that's already pre-created for you and give you more ability within the pages section. So at this time, I'll go live and show you a little bit more about BoldTrail in itself. Let's take a look here. Here we go. All right. So here in Pages, notice we've got landing pages. Let's just take this one, lead and background landing page. Hit select. And now it's very simple. First name, phone number, reach out. Hey, you want to connect? Here's a quick landing page where they could do that. But there is so much options in the editor and the builder. If you want to actually create, you can add video to it by just dragging and dropping the pillbox to the section. And now you've got a URL for a video. Maybe you wanted to add a button to register now, you can add the button. And any of these clicks, you can add the URLs to. Once you click on the box, you can add the URL to. So there's a lot of flexibility that you can do with these different landing pages if you're building them. They're both device responsive, so on a computer or a mobile device. They work great. And then all you do to save them is you click save and publish. That makes it live. You can title the page something specific, again, those niche marketing or the 7 Ds, or if it's a life event, great. But these are just another option that you can go to when you're looking at stepping outside of the box and generating leads. Let me give you a different example. Landing page, classic landing. This is how most of them look. As this loads, maybe you want to put your own logo at the top. Okay, great. You can do that, incorporate that type of marketing. You can put, or maybe it's a picture of the town. You can change the title. You can insert a whole new paragraph. You have customization here. Maybe you want a whole new list, add bullet points to it. Click on it, change the colors. It's a whole myriad of HTML coding. Now, if you want marketing to help you with this, because this is kind of heavy stuff, right? And I always go back to the agents like, hey, this is something that, your whole goal is to sell a house. So if your hope, and to help clients, if your hope is to just get productive and you have an idea like, hey, this is my farm list, these are who I want to target, this is what I want to go after, great. Let's develop a plan. I can help you build the page and get the content out so that it's ready and rocking and rolling. And that's what you're looking for in your business. It's just something to help you get rocking and rolling. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. If you have any questions, obviously reach out to marketing, reach out to me. My email is marketing@legacyrea.com or jnield@legacyrea.com is great too. And yeah, I'm going to take roll and thank you for attending, guys. Any questions, just let me know.